Welcome to the Solopreneur Academy Podcast. This is a podcast for entrepreneurs who want to make more impact and income in less time. I'm your host, Megan, and throughout each episode, you'll learn how to create the lifestyle and legacy you want as you grow. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Solopreneur Academy Podcast. As if you are watching this on YouTube, you can see I have two incredible clients with me here today. I have Ya and Kylie that are going to be sharing about their experiences working with me. And I cannot wait for you to hear the results they've gotten so quickly. It's such an inspiration to watch their journeys. And you guys are going to want to come back to this podcast episode over and over again, just for inspiration to see what is possible for you as an entrepreneur. And I also wanted to let you know that as you're listening to this podcast live in real time, the Six-Figure Scaling Mastermind is open. This is going to be open for 2 weeks. And during this time, we're going to have special bonuses for those of you that enroll. Both programs, 5-Figure Foundation and 6-Figure Scaling, the Mastermind, are open all the time. But if you join now, there are going to be some special bonuses. There is a 2-hour VIP session that you will get with me. You will also get there's the marketing that you get within 5-Figure Foundation is going to be included for another 15 months. And of course, because you'd be joining before my maternity leave begins, you would get 15 months instead of 12 within both of the programs. So there's lots of fun reasons to join, lots of exciting things happening. If you have any questions, definitely check out the link in the show notes. I think we'll also include the link for a consultation there if you're like, I want to find out how the Six-Figure Scaling Mastermind would work for me. So I would love to meet with you. And I know that these women have incredible stories that they're about to share with you that are going to just keep you inspired and show you really what is an example of what's possible when you have the right strategy and the right mindset to keep you moving forward. So without further ado, I'm going to have Ya come on first, and she's going to share with you a little bit about herself and a breakthrough that she has created since she started working with me. Ya, thank you for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. And it's definitely an honor. So just a little bit about me. My name is Ya Astar. I am a life coach, and I actually work with people restarting their goals and help them build the consistency so they can actually start seeing results in their health, their career, and in their finances. And so I speak from my own personal experience because there were times in my life where I had body image problems and just trying to lose weight or just being comfortable in my own skin. In my career, I was very meek, very silent, and always felt afraid to speak for myself or advocate for myself. And definitely in my finances, I have crawled myself out of some serious holes where I was in debt for years to being able to pay for my car straight in cash. These are very empowering areas in my life and in so many other people's lives as well. And I really do enjoy working with people who want to feel empowered. And a lot of people lack the confidence in those areas. And so that's what I do is I assist them in becoming more confident in those areas, becoming more unapologetic, and definitely shining in who they are. My journey has been definitely a long one. Since I've started with you. One of the things that has definitely helped me working with you is understanding what my pillars are. You know, before it would be like, oh, let me talk about this, that, and the other, but just really being able to understand, okay, how do I help people and what areas do I help them in? So that definitely helps me to be able to differentiate myself from, say, other life coaches. And also to just feeling like it's possible for me. I love your story as well as other people's story where, you know, I need that. I need to see that somebody else was able to do it against all the odds. For me, I went through such a depression last year. So I'm 49, and last year in menopause. So that can tell you some things. And I went through such a very dark place in my life where I just wanted to give up. I questioned my purpose. I questioned, well, am I really supposed to be a life coach? Maybe I'm supposed to do accounting. That's what I went to school for anyway. And so I just felt very stuck in my job. I felt stuck in my health, and I felt like there was going to be no movement in my finances. And so at the end of that valley, I would say I was coming out of it, and I realized, you know what, y'all? No one's going to save you. There's no husband to save you. There's really no job really to save you, and you don't have a trust fund. So at this point in time in the game, you're going to have to create your own success because no one's going to give it to you. And I think for me, saying that to myself was like, LFG, let's fucking go. Because I can't depend on anyone anymore. I have to depend on me. And so therefore, it's up to me to create the success. But being saying that, because it's up to me, what if there's other people out there like me where they want to create such success in their health, their career, and their finances, but they look around and they don't have anyone to hold them accountable. And so that's what I provide is my experience. I know what it's like to want to be healthy. I'm a breast cancer survivor, so I know what it's like to go through, feeling like you're not sure about your own health. I know what it's like to, be in a career where you feel stuck and you feel like, is this it? And I know what it's like to be in so much debt where you feel like you're drowning and you're never going to get out of it. And so that's what, you know, I want to help people with because it's not impossible. You just have to believe that it is possible, but it's just going to take some systems. It's going to take
Yeah.
some discipline. It's going to take some consistency, and it's going to take some belief. That's all you need. And if you have somebody right there alongside you every single step of the way who's willing to help you get up and keep walking all the way until you see that come true for you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this has been so, so helpful for other people to hear. I know that there are so many people that resonate with your story. And the way I just want you guys to hear the way, as a general life coach, Yas speaks about her business. It is so compelling. You are hearing the health aspects, the financial aspects, the career. That's the way I think that a lot of people just say, hey, I'm a life coach. And they're like, yeah, this is who I am. This is what I do. But having those pillars, talking about those three things, and having the backstory to be like, this is where we are going. This is what is possible for you. That's the shift. That's the things that I want for each and every one of you, even as a generalist, to hear how powerful, like, would you rather work with somebody who's like, yeah, I'm a life coach versus like, I'm going to help you optimize your health, your career, and your finances within the next year? We're going to make it this incredible year that you create for yourself. It's so much more compelling. And I am
Yeah.
so excited because in a second we're going to share about the breakthroughs that have happened or the accomplishments that you've created. But Ya has also worked with me. She worked with me in 2023, I think it was, right?
Yeah, 20, 23, 24. Yeah, something like
It
that. Yeah, I
isn't
know it was
that
like
time
23.
yet, a while ago. But it was like just to see this shift for you in the past 2 to 3 years is remarkable. And you have done the work. You've been forged through the fire and the flames of last year. And there have been rewards that have come from that. So
Yeah.
thank you so, so much for sharing. I really do feel like people are going to resonate so much with this. And I know that people are very excited now to hear about like what has happened in the past 2 weeks, actually,
Yeah.
in just a moment. But thank you so, so much for sharing that. I know that that's going to be so inspirational to so many people. And with that being said, we're going to jump on over to Miss Kylie over here. And if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and share about a breakthrough that you've had.
Absolutely, Megan. Thank you so much for having me today. My name is Kylie Larson, and I'm an educator with more than 20 years of experience. And I have founded a tutoring and teaching company called 4011 Learning, where we work with students to reach their full potential by helping them build their academic skills and also by growing their confidence. And so I am very passionate about educating students on how we learn, how we remember, and helping them understand how those systems work. Because we're in school for so many years, but nobody ever educates us on how our brain works. Nobody ever teaches us. All of my students always say, well, I looked over my notes. Well,
Yeah.
that's not based on brain science. Like, that is not going to help you remember something. There are so many tools that every student should have access to that they're not being taught. And so that's really my passion, to watch students just be empowered with that information. And so we're working right now with kindergarten through eighth grade. I am growing. I hope to eventually be kindergarten and beyond, all the way to college, hopefully. And we've got all our core academic subjects covered. I have a small team of tutors with me, and it's just such an exciting time in my business right now. Now, as far as breakthrough, my breakthrough came in January when you and I had a coaching call, and I have a rare auto inflammatory disorder. It's like literally one in a million people get this, and so doctors really don't even know very much about it or how to treat you. And so I had gotten the flu right before Christmas, and that flu threw me into a very intense flare that just would not let up. I'm talking about, it had been weeks. And I came to you kind of desperate because I thought to myself, I can't even get out of bed. I cannot take care of my family. How in the world am I going to keep this business going? I am at a place where I am only doing the absolute minimal essential things in my life. And you were so comforting to me because you said, okay, we can't do three posts a week. Let's just do one. And you told me what type of post to do, what to say. And, you encouraged me and assured me this is going to be okay. We're going to keep you visible and we're going to keep you moving, but we're also going to let your body heal and recover from where you are right now. And the amazing thing is from January to today, I've still added 4 clients. And I'm finally out of my flare, but I've only been out of my flare for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So just helping me determine what was essential and having someone just tell me what to do when I was in such a state of kind of hopelessness and desperation, it meant everything. It changed. It really changed the trajectory of my business because it would have been really easy to just say, I can't do this and have this condition.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Kylie, I think this is so powerful for people to hear because I think for a lot of us, when we start our businesses, we have these like rose-colored glasses about what life is going to be like when we start these businesses, that life is just going to maybe pause and things are going to stop happening that are less than ideal. And we'll have all of this time and energy to focus on our businesses. And Kylie, you have 2 kids, right?
Three.
Three. Okay, so I was like, I got that wrong. You've got 3 kids.
Yeah.
We've had snow days. You are in an autoimmune flare. We've had very
Yeah,
less than ideal
yeah,
situations.
we had like 2 weeks of snow. When you think about it, it just really blows my mind because we had 2 weeks of snow where my children were cooped up in the house with me. We all had cabin fever, and I still had to figure out how to keep things, going.
Oh yeah, I remember them doing the talent show and things like we would.
Yes,
And that's the
yes.
thing is like when the reason why I created this business is not for businesses with people who have perfect lives because none of us have perfect lives. I have experienced so many ups and downs in my personal life while I've had this business, beautiful things, incredible things, and also really intense things. And I think that we need to build businesses that work around real lives, not just for the perfect, lovely scenarios. And that's what we did. And I'm so excited for people to hear even more about the things that you've accomplished because really it is possible. Even with an autoimmune flare, I hear so many people talk about like, okay, I'm in a situation in life that's less than ideal, but you can still create amazing things even in really, really hard circumstances. You don't have to quit, you don't have to stop. You can just adapt in those moments and make it work for the stuff that's going on for lifing. So I love this so much. This is so
Yeah.
exciting. So you're about to hear about Kylie's accomplishments in just a moment, but let's jump on back to Ya. Ya, would you like to share about, okay, so we have just restarted working together. We worked together in
Yes.
2023, 2024. We took a pause. You were back. We started literally, I think it was March, or it was at the very beginning of March. It's only
Yeah.
March 19th as we're recording this live right now. Can you share with us about the accomplishments that have happened since you've joined?
Oh, yes. Signed two clients in 2 weeks, one last week and one this week, and I got one on the way too. So I have a third
No
in the
way.
process. Gotta wait to before it's official. So, but yeah, I got a third in the process. And the thing about it was the thing about it for me was I have to pump myself up. I have to be who I'm going to coach. And so I've got to be that confident person. And I believe in empowering myself. And so it was like, why not you? Why would, okay,
Glasses
so
off.
why not you? Why not you? Why not someone coach with you? And really believing that, yeah, you're going to get results when you're with me. And I'm going to show you how you're going to get results and you're going to be more confident. And so that's what it was for me, was letting people know that it's not impossible, but we're going to have some work to do and it's going to take you this amount of time, and letting them know that, hey, I'm available. And so that's what it was. But the key for that was making the introduction and letting it go and let it do its thing. So, and that was for me, was while I made the introduction of what I do, I focused on creating more of a pipeline. So that was very, very key for me. It was like, if they're interested, they'll let me know.
Mhm,
And that's what was key for me. If they're interested, they'll let me know.
mhm.
Because why not coach with me? Right?
Yeah.
Why not coach with this? Why not coach with someone who has been through highs and lows, lows and highs, and that's gone through so many life shifts? Why not coach with me? Yeah, I can help you in your health. Why not? Because I've had body dysmorphia, I've had eating disorders.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've had times where I hated looking at myself in the mirror. I've had times where I covered up my body and didn't want to go to the gym. Yeah, I've had those times. Yeah, my career, yeah, I messed up, got fired, got let go of. Yeah, let my people run all over me. Yeah, I've had that. Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, and finances, yeah, absolutely. I've had to live paycheck to paycheck. I've had to borrow from here and from there. I had to take out personals. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. Why not me?
Yeah.
Why not me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the thing is that I hear from you that is the big shift that's happened in the past 2 weeks is that you have taken your journey. And then we talk about something in the cold post that we talk about, like the hero's journey, and
Yeah.
really reframing that like, no, I've created something incredible from these circumstances. I can help you do the same. And you had these connections with people. The other thing I see from a lot of coaches is they are getting these insane results for people, but they're not talking about it with this level of confidence. They've gotten incredible results for their own life, for their clients. You told me you helped someone lose, was it 60 pounds?
60 pounds. Yeah, and that was another thing
Yes.
too, that I have to look at my past receipts. Oh,
Yes.
wait a minute, y'all. You've helped one young lady go from flab to fit. You have pictures, you have receipts, and that's the reason why she hired you again. You helped one young lady lose 60 pounds in 6 months. Wait a minute.
That's
Okay, you've helped
insane.
somebody get off an action plan at work to now they're leading in their role. You've helped somebody actually create income within a matter of hours just by using their own simple talent. You helped her, you helped her gain, look back at her previous clients and reach out to them and say, hey, she made over what $1,000 in a matter of 24 hours.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So it's all about, okay, believing in myself enough. But even if I don't have that belief, even if I question myself, let me look at my past receipts.
Hmm.
That means my past experiences, the people that I've helped in the past. That's the reason why they come back to me.
Hmm.
So it's not about one time and let them go, but it's about every single time. And then also, too, I have to be the example.
Hmm.
Not do I just get online and say, hey, this is what I do. No, I have to be the example even when I'm offline. And I have to share, hey, I can help you.
Yeah.
But I have to believe that I can help you.
Hmm.
I have to believe it because I've helped somebody before and I can help somebody again and I help myself. So I have to, so that is very key and important in anybody selling a service or a business.
Hmm.
I can help you, but you got to believe it.
And it's so simple, but I genuinely think that, like, I know that everyone who is listening to this podcast can help somebody, but you shifted in the past 2 weeks to really believing it. You had the
Yeah.
receipts, you had the results, you had the past history to speak to the fact that, yes, I can absolutely help you. But there was a belief shift. There was a part where you were like, I now see myself as the leader for these women. This is what I want to create is a mass of empowered humans. And this is what I'm going to go out to do. And it was, again, you had these results. You had been doing this for years, but it was the shift that you created. So if anybody is listening to this podcast and they're like, I want to sign a client this week, I want to get, like, y'all had two painful clients in two
Yes.
weeks, two
Yes.
painful. And it literally, it wasn't that you had gotten more results necessarily from other people. It wasn't necessarily that you had done crazy, amazing things in the past 14 days. It was that you
Yeah.
actually looked back at your past and you used it as proof to move you forward to the future. And
Used it as leverage. Yeah. And
yes,
that's the thing too. Use it as leverage. So anytime I go out here to an event, okay, I
yeah.
may be nervous about going to an event, but let me think about what I've done. And I can walk in there with my head held high and let people know who I am, what I do, and let them know that I can help them. And that is so key is that believing. And that's what it was that I lost in a moment was when I was in that valley, I had lost the belief in myself. But then when I realized, hey, nobody's going to come save me, no one's going to come get me out of this ditch. No one. So it's up to me.
Hmm.
So I have to transition from being a victim to someone who is advocating for herself and out here on a mission. I don't want to say that it's not about the money. Yes, the money is great, but just imagine the person that is waiting for you.
Yeah.
That is key for anybody who is listening and not believing in themselves. One, you can help somebody, and two, somebody is waiting for you. I promise you, because I've been waiting for Megan and I've waited for so many other people because they showed up even when they didn't want to, even through trials and tribulations, even through the most gut-wrenching moments in their lives, they still showed up. And so that is the assignment that I give every single person that is listening. You have to show up, regardless how you feel, regardless of the insecurities that may be coming out. You have to show up because guess what? Somebody is waiting for you
Yeah.
at that next event. Somebody is waiting for you to say, yes, I need your help.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is so good. And I think that, like, can I ask you a question that is like just another quick question? Because I think that a lot of people are really, they stay comfortable. And this is what I
Mhm.
did is I posted and ghosted. I didn't get out there. I wasn't going to networking events. I wasn't meeting new people. I wasn't getting out there. What can you give if there is somebody out there that is listening and hiding behind the lens of social media, they're posting, but they're not talking to anybody in the DMs, they're not having any networking events, they're not connecting with people, what would you tell them? Because I think that you have actually been going to networking events, you've been talking to people, but what would you tell them? And maybe it is just like, think about the person, that one person out there that needs your help. It's worth it to go to the event. But what would you tell somebody who's scared to get out of their bubble and actually like talk to more people to build their business? What would you tell them to get them going this week?
Act like you're going to meet a friend for coffee.
Oh,
I'm
that's a
going to,
good
and
one.
that's exactly what I do before I go to an event, because I focus.
Yeah.
What I do, what not many people do when going to networking events, is I focus on them and not me.
Yes.
I'm getting ready to meet some
Yeah.
people. Oh, I'm gonna have a great time. So I force my personality to come out. There are times where I'm shy. Now I'm an extrovert, but there are times where I'm shy. But what I do tell myself, anytime I go into a room and I feel nervous, oh, I belong here. I
Mm,
belong here.
that's a good one.
So let me go ahead and introduce myself. Hey, how you doing? Let me hear more about you. I let them talk and talk and talk until they're ready to hear more about me. But I don't just leave it there. I make sure if there's a connection, I follow up immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, great meeting with you. Let's have some coffee. I want to hear more about you because it's about building the relationship. Now, I may not get them today.
Yeah.
Hear what I'm saying? But I may get them months from now. So it can't be just a one and done. It's got to be continuously. Let me go out there. But remember that you belong there. So when you're afraid to walk, when you're afraid to get out of that car and you're nervous and you're sweating, I want you to hold your head up high, look at yourself in the mirror and say, girl, look at you. Show them. Let's go in there. Let's go in there and show them. Let's show them what we do.
This is so,
Let's show them.
I
Let's
mean,
show them.
this is
Yeah.
six-figure CEO energy. Do you guys
Correct.
feel
It
that?
has to be. It has to
Yeah.
be. And then when you open that
Yeah.
door and you walk in there, you put your shoulders back, chest up, let the girls go, and walk in there. And start waving to people, even if you don't know them. Wave, hey, how you doing? That's what I do when I walk in the room. Because guess what? They're gonna want to know who you are. Who is that just walked in the room?
Yeah.
And that's how I walk in there.
But you have
Mm.
to do that before you have the results. That's the thing that I tell people is like, it's about who you are before you have it's like, there's a thing that I think people think that you need to have a lot, like you need to have the results, you need to have the six-figure business before you can show up like that. Versus you get the six-figure business because that's who you are before the business even gets there. You show up as the most confident, compelling person in the room. When you are able to command that kind of presence and that energy, people follow. And that's what all of you guys are doing, especially if you have aspirations to build to six and multiple six figures. You have to be that person before you have the money in the bank. And that's literally what attracted these now three people to Yacht
Yes.
2 weeks. She made her money back in 48 hours, guys. It's like, but you
Yeah.
became that person that attracted these people to you. Like, it's not like manifesting, it's not like law of attraction. It's like you fit the way those things actually play out in real life is you had to become the kind of person who is confident and compelling that people trust. People trust you when you're confident. And I genuinely feel like you have done such an incredible job of that. Thank you so much. I know that was like a little bit of a tangent, but I think it was so helpful for people to hear. Oh, this is the difference. I'm either hiding or I'm not showing up in that energy. And if every single person on this podcast started to show up to networking events, getting out there, going and showing up as a strong and confident version of themselves, you would bring in people too. And oh my gosh, I just love this. I'm getting like so lit up, guys. This is so good. So this is amazing. And Kylie, you have done incredible things too. Tell us what is the accomplishments that you have created. We've now worked together for I think 4 months, 5 months. So tell
Yes.
us what have you created since we've started working together, your accomplishments.
So many things that were unexpected. When I first started with you, we were thinking like, we're gonna 2 years down the road, you might build a team. I have a team now. I mean, you just
Yeah.
have to kind of be open to those sorts of possibilities and be ready to jump in. So I'm building a team. I am an educator. What I am not is a social media influencer. I am not a accountant. I am not a I was thinking of another one earlier, but there's a marketer. I'm not, I don't know a lot about marketing. But when you're a solopreneur, you have to wear all of those hats. And so I would say a huge accomplishment for me is that I am learning that I'm getting better at all of those things. And the way that you get better is by doing. That is the only way. You have encouraged me. I told you I don't like numbers. I don't want to look at them. They make my anxiety go up, and you walked me through, okay, so let's just talk about this. Let's figure out a way for you to be able to do this. So it was so personalized. And so now I sit down, look at my numbers, no big deal, takes a couple of hours. Social media. I had no idea what to do with social media, but you gave me a system where now I am consistently on social media. I am doing lives. Never done a live before until like 3 weeks ago. So I feel like I am becoming, that expert to other people. They're looking to me for information and advice, and that is because you encouraged us to do that, and you gave us a framework on how to do that. So I'm faster too. Like, I did not want to do DMs, but you told me what to say, and I said it, and I didn't know how to make a carousel and edit and do all these things. You simplified it. Now I'm able to be consistent, and because I'm consistent, another accomplishment is I'm getting that steady flow of prospects,
Yeah.
just, all along the way. And when you ask me about accomplishments, the first thing that comes to mind for me, because I know you're talking about business,
Yeah.
but the first thing that comes to mind for me is my students and what they are accomplishing. I mean, I have a young lady who was making 40s on all of her reading tests, who is now 80s and 100s every single time. I have a young lady in ninth grade who's afraid to read aloud in front of her class, who now says it's getting easier. And she knows what to do when she hits those multisyllabic words. She knows how to slow down, stop, break it down. And I have so many other stories, but that's my real accomplishment, is making an impact in these individual kids' lives.
Kylie, that is so beautiful. And I think that, like, again, every single person on this podcast that is listening, that is hearing you, I know that all of them can help people. And that's why we start these businesses.
Mhm.
That's the real reason. Yes, we do want to have the time and flexibility, the time and just like living flexibility to be able to work from wherever, to make whatever money we want. But that's the real huge piece. And I think that everybody that listens to this podcast wants to make the world better. And that is just hearing about that, like, oh, my heart, especially like as a former teacher, I'm thinking about like all those kids that could have gone. And for everybody that listens to this podcast, there is somebody out there that needs your help right now. There is
Yeah.
somebody who could benefit from you working with them. And
And
you just have to go.
just like I needed you, those kids out there, they need someone to come alongside them. And they have their parents, and their parents love them. But I can tell you right now, my own children won't listen to me. And I know how to help them with their reading. And I know how to study and learn. but I'm their mom and they think I am clueless. So to have someone from the outside come in alongside a child is really powerful.
It really is. And I would, if you are listening to this podcast, Kylie, I'm going to also go off script for a second with you too, because if you are somebody who tries to post, has been really frustrated about like just the tech stuff, the
Yes.
finances, and it feels really stressful, and you're like, I am just in it. What would you tell them to propel them to keep moving and so they can help people like the amazing students that you've helped?
You really have to let go of your um the way that you think about these things. Like
Yeah.
you're kind of biased toward, I have a bias toward math. I'm a reading person. So, but when you said, we figured out that what I needed was to set myself a deadline because I wasn't going to do it unless there was a deadline and there was consequences if I didn't meet that deadline. So that's what we did. And when I sat down to do it, it was so much easier than I thought it was. And if you are afraid, my advice is just to get in there and do it and let it be ugly and let it be
Yeah.
imperfect.
Yeah.
Let it be. Other people care way less than you care about it. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, I mean, what I'm hearing from folks that I listen to is that with the age of AI, us just being real people is going to be so powerful. Just making that connection to others and being transparent and showing our weaknesses. So my advice is jump in there and do it. Come up with a plan or have somebody like Megan make your plan for you. Follow the plan and you're going to get better and faster. I am so much faster now at posting videos, at creating the cold, warm, and hot post. And the reason that I'm faster is because I've been doing it. I've been listening to you and following your plan, and you get better and better and better with all those things along the way.
Oh, it's so good. And I feel like, it's like I think a lot of people feel they feel like it's not safe. It's scary to go
Mhm.
out and do B minus work. And that really is when you can create safety for yourself to be like, okay, it's just a post online. Just get it out there. Let's just do B minus work. The more you can do that, the better and faster you're going to get. And just thinking about like
Mhm.
it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill. We just need to
Yep.
get that time in. You just need to
Mhm.
get reps in, you need to get practice in. It's something is always better than nothing. And then you'll learn and then you'll get better. And now you're fast. And now you've got people that are directly booking for you. You have a client pipeline. I don't
Mhm.
think 4 months ago when we started working together, you would have ever thought that you would have like a consistent pipeline, a strong social media
No,
presence. So it
no.
doesn't also have to take a long time either. It can happen so, so quickly. And I'm just so excited and so proud of you guys. And I'm so thankful for you coming on, and I would love to just swing back once more. And yeah, if you could share with people, if people are listening to this podcast, they're like, I've been thinking about working with Megan. I don't know if this is the right time. Like, what would you tell them if they're thinking about working with me? Like, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, it's a no, excuse me, it's a no-brainer. And that's the reason. I mean, it's a no-brainer. First of all, just the investment alone is a no-brainer. But two, you have the experience. And three, you come with so much passion and care. I've been in programs and I've worked with people where there wasn't as much passion and care, but with you, you have someone that's willing to say, you know what, I'm going to work with you. But the one thing I absolutely love about working with you is that you're very personable. You take the time. That yeah, I don't get that all the time. Regardless who I hire, I don't get that all the time. I get your personal time. So I say work with Megan. Wow, you can get her personal
Yeah.
time. Like she worked with Kylie, like she was able to work with her and say, hey, here's a plan. She's able to invest in you now at such a no-brainer investment. But the return on your investment is going to be double. I made double my investment in a matter of 2 weeks.
I know.
I've been in many programs before. And
Yeah.
I've never made double my investment in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So now is the time. If you are someone that is stuck where you are, you're not sure how to go about posts, you don't have a system in place, you don't have anyone there to really hold you accountable, and you're not sure, you're not confident, but you really want to make this work, you really want to see some change in your life, not just for this year, but hell, this month,
Yeah.
then Megan's the one.
I love that. Thank you so, so much. And I hope that, like, as my business grows and scales, I still always want to be in it with you guys. Like, I really do love each and every one of you guys so much. And, like, that sounds so cheesy. It's like so teachery, but like, I really do. It's like, I care deeply for each and every one of you. And I want to see you succeed. And I want to know your business. I want to know what your offer is. I want to know what kind of things you've tried. I want to know that Kylie does really well with a good deadline. I want to know that, yeah, your pillars are finances, health, and career. I want to know that. And I really do want to invest in your business and help you. So I'm just so thankful that you feel that. I truly do really want each and every one of you that's listening to this podcast to succeed. And if working with me is a way to do that, I would love to help you. And so thank you for saying that. And I also know there are people who are listening to this podcast who are like, yeah, is a superstar. I would love to work with her. I'm either hearing from her about like these people losing 60 pounds, getting these new careers, making $1,000 in 24 hours. I either want to work with her or I know somebody who needs her. So if people are looking to find you in the world, we're going to include all of your information and Kylie's information in the show notes. But if people want to find you, where is the best place for them to find you?
So the best place to find me is on Instagram. I am ya_astar, ASTAR.
I love it. And it's all with two A's. So
Two A's,
why?
yeah, with 2 A's, yeah.
Yes, and we'll have it all in the show notes. But I just want to make sure that people can find you and we'll tag you. And thank you. I am so, so grateful for you coming on and sharing with us. You are just
Absolutely.
such a delight. I love coaching you. And if this is where we are 2 weeks in, just imagine where we're going to be at the end of 12 months. And actually, it's going to be 15. It'll be
Oh,
like June of 2027. Just like imagine. It's going to be, your business is going to be
traveling like you. That's what it's going to be, traveling
yes.
like you.
That is the goal. Oh God, I'm so excited for you. And thank you again so, so much for coming on. We're going to include all of your info in the show notes. And then Kylie, if you could share, if somebody's like, okay, maybe they're not a coach. I know that that's been a big thing for people if they're not a coach and they're like, oh, I've thought about working with you, but I'm hearing from a lot of life coaches. What would you tell them if they're thinking about working with me? And then, of course, I'll tell where to find you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know exactly what to say to this one because I'm going to speak to the people out there that can relate to me.
Okay.
And right before I found you, I was what I would call exhausted. I was exhausted, I was overwhelmed, and I was overstimulated. And I could not physically or mentally continue that way. And the way I found you, thank God for Chat GPT, because I'm like, hey, Chat, I cannot do this. I need some help. Where is there a business coach that can help me with, and I gave it all the descriptions of what I was looking for. And it's like, you were like top of the list, Megan Wing in Raleigh. And I thought, she's in Raleigh. I went to NC State. This is destiny. This is the person. And you were, because I was consuming content all the time, but taking no action. I thought I needed to do all the things. I had the podcast mic. You told me return it. We're not doing that yet. I thought that everything the gurus told me to buy, I needed to buy. And you said, no, this is what you need to do. My business would not have made it without that. I would have ended up giving up because I just needed direction. I was so excited. I mean, I get really excited and I want to do everything. And in the course of that, I do nothing. I do nothing but think about all the things I want to do and consume content on how to do them. And with you, you encourage me to take action. And that's what's made the biggest difference. So thank you for that.
Oh my God, of course. And I'm just thinking about that, like that fourth grader who is making 40s to now making 80s and 90s. Like, I am so, so thankful that you didn't give up, that you were still able. And I know how overwhelming it can be. I went 7 months without a single consult, and I was posting every single day, going live on my stories every day because we didn't have lives. It's like lives didn't exist, reels didn't exist. So I was going on my stories every day and nothing was working. And I was so exhausted-whelmulated. Is that what it is? Like, that's the best thing ever. I was like, I'm totally using that. But I genuinely like, if that is where you are, that is why I've created this. I want your business to be simple. You are so talented and able to help people. If we can just make it simple, easy, doable, little things that can move your business forward every single week, that is the little things that make the big difference. And it really isn't crazy complicated things that I'm teaching. It is very simple. And I can even make it simpler if you're in a stage of your life, like what Kylie was experiencing with a flare. You might need me to simplify things down even more. And I can absolutely make that happen for you. So I am so honored to be your coach. I love working with you. And I know that there are people on here that might have a kid that's in K-8, or like you mentioned, you're going to be expanding to high school, even to college, that might either have a child that's struggling or know of a child that's struggling. How can they find you? How can they connect with you?
So on Facebook, I'm at 4011 Learning. That's the word 40, the number 11 Learning. And on Instagram, I am Success Coach for Students.
So freaking good. And I will tag all of these things in the show notes. And Kylie, I will get you your links and stuff like that. So it's going to be so easy for people to find you. But I am just so thankful for you both coming on, taking the time to be with my audience today. I'm sure that they are going to be taking frantic notes from everything that you guys have said. It's been so helpful. Thank you both so very much. And of course, if you're interested in working with me, check out the show notes. I would love to support you. And I can't wait to see you guys so soon on our next call.
Did you know that 89% of people need to see a testimonial in order to buy? Get my free testimonial template using the link in the show notes, and you'll see exactly how I used testimonials to market my business as it grew to 120K in my first year full-time and multiple six figures every year after that. Thank you so much again for listening, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode of the Solopreneur Academy Podcast.